Before we get into your reading, I'd like to start by thanking everyone who has liked and commented on the videos, as well as subscribed and donated to my channel. I really appreciate it, you guys. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can find all of my contact information, including my email and social media links, as well as links to my music and podcast in the description below this video. Okay, let's get into your reading. What do we have for Sag? Nine of Swords, Gemini energy at the foundation of the reading, Sag. I'm picking up an energy here of distress. It's an energy of despair. But I'm not getting this from you, Sag. I'm getting this from an opposing party. I feel that because of the current astrology with this Saturn retrograde, there's a lot of karma that's really being delivered. There's this unearthing energy that I'm picking up on. Things that people thought were hidden or things that people tried to hide are now being brought to the surface. The chickens are coming home to roost. These individuals are being haunted by all the wickedness that they have been dishing out over a long period of time, Sag. It's as if you've been removed energetically from what's occurring here. You've been extracted by the divine and placed on this new timeline. I'm seeing the sun, Sag, around your energy in my mind's eye. And then I'm seeing a completely opposite energy surrounding whoever this is here we're picking up for you. Could be family members, friends, romantic partners, work colleagues. Take it as it fits for you. There's just an energy here of this karma coming back to bite or haunt these individuals. What do we have at the sacral, please? Wow, 10 of Wands. Sag energy, 9 of Swords to 10 of Wands. This is a very heavy energy here, Sag. 10 of Wands is also your energy. There's this very burdened, exhausted energy that I'm picking up here, Sag. It feels very slow. It feels very overwhelmed. And all these people can do are hold their head down low and obsess over all of their deeds, all of their actions that got them to where they are now. These individuals never thought that this would happen. It's as if they never even processed the thoughts of, what if things don't go my way? Which is speaking on a certain level of arrogance that these individuals hold. These individuals are very hedonistic in nature. They put pleasure before everything else in their life. It's all about what will make them feel the absolute best in the moment, and they're willing to throw whoever they have to under the bus in order to achieve that. This is the type of individual that will step on as many skulls as possible to get to where they're going to. This person may have gotten very close to the top of the mound they were trying to climb to, but I feel right before they were about to take one last step to the very, very top, the divine pulled the rug out from underneath them, which resulted in them crashing all the way down to the bottom. Fall from grace kind of energy. This person was playing God in some respects here. This person truly believed that the universe revolved around them. Now, if you perceive the universe as revolving around you and you're actually injecting positivity and healing into the collective, then there's nothing wrong about that. This just means you're at the center of your own universe and you're manifesting your destiny. However, this is an individual here who took and abused that particular power as a means to hurt other individuals and to place themselves in a position to where they were essentially going to be ruling over others. This is a very dark, demonic energy that I'm picking up here. Dictator kind of energy, male or female. I feel that this person's idea of how they would handle that responsibility if they were put in a position of power, which is what they were going for, in whatever sector this is truly diabolical in nature. This is the kind of individual that would raise all hell and shift theirs and everybody else's reality into darkness, into the dark ages. This is a very spiritually wounded individual. I also feel that this person, in spirit, is actually some sort of high-ranking demon that has showed up as an individual in your life, which tells me that you were targeted by the rulers of the underworld because of where you're going in your life. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Wow. The world. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius energy at the solar plexus. This cycle is over, Sag. Like I said, you've been extracted, removed, placed underneath the sun. Why the divine deals with this energy. There's an energy here of completion. This cycle being closed out. This is karmic in nature. There's generational patterning connected to this as well. This is an evolutionary cycle that has placed you on a new timeline. You've overcome a very specific arrangement of tactics that were used against you. You've defeated multiple demons, I feel, without even being completely aware of just how truly impactful this is on the energetic realm and the collective. Here you are, just living your day-to-day inside the grind of the matrix of your three-dimensional reality, seemingly insignificant. Maybe even thinking that there's nothing that special about you. This in and of itself, Sag, is a tactic. All of us face this in some capacity, made to think that there's an insignificance to our existence. And if you do feel this way, this is a clear indication of just how truly significant you are. Because on the spiritual plane, Sag, you are a warrior, somebody who leads against the darkness. I feel that a lot of you Sages out there actually host a very high-ranking angelic presence in your life that has been guiding you, showing you the way. It's like an archangel is using you as their vessel, as their ship, to help evolve the collective. You are an extension of the divine. You are an extension of evolution. There's an energy of control, power, that I'm picking up with this world at the solar plexus position. It's taken a lot to get here, but here you are. What do we have at the heart? Wow. It's taken a lot to get here is right. Six of Swords at the heart. You've had to move on from a lot of energies that weren't in alignment with you, that weren't serving you and your highest good in this incarnation. This is an energy of a rite of passage. You move in beyond any sort of pain and resistance in your life. The sacrificing has overwhelmed a lot of you. And what I mean by this is just really cutting people off. Energy of movement, just constantly having to clear out bad energies from your life as a means to align and get on path. This is typically the hardest part about all this. Once you're on path, everything's just kind of easy peasy. For the most part, there's always going to be some sort of resistance, but you know what you're dealing with once you're on path. It's everything that we have to go through to get back on path, right? See, we're led into the forest. We're led into the darkness. Picture a road that is laid out between the darkest, densest forest regions that you can possibly imagine. No life anywhere in sight. That road, long and winding, goes between this dense forest region. That road is representative of your path in life, your purpose. The dense forest regions that surround it are the darkness, are you essentially off of your path. The only life forms in this whole region are the demons that live amongst the darkness, that are constantly reaching onto your path to try and pull you back in. This is an example of what you've had to go through to get to where you are now. Once you've seen the darkness, you have an awareness of what's around you. The chances you're going to be knocked off path again are slim to none, because you have a certain discernment. You've awakened to how the energies work in your life. I see you putting distance now, Sag, between you and these dense forest regions. It's like you're now navigating out into a vast, wide open space. Sun is shining. No darkness seemingly anywhere in sight. Yes, the energy is always ebb and flow. Yes, we will always come across darkness in our life. But again, the initial hurdle that you've had to overcome has instilled a certain wisdom inside of you that you're now armed with moving forward, and is essentially working as an armor that you have around you. What do we have at the throat, please? Five of Swords, Aquarius energy at the throat. This goes along perfectly with everything I was saying, Sag. This is this energy of termination. Peace having come into your life after going through this darkness. You see these energies for who and what they really are now. You've also managed to release a lot of resentment, or you're in the process of this now. But this is all a part of the healing. I feel that you're very open now and becoming more open to positive change in your life. You're excited for the future and what's coming your way. There's an underlying theme in this reading surrounding what you've left behind, what you've been extracted from, and your removal being what triggers in a certain level of karma to teach these energies a lesson. But this is for evolutionary sake, and it's for their own good. Though karma can essentially be perceived as something negative that's working in these individuals' lives, it's really the only thing that can actually save them from themselves. Picking up on this Saturn energy again, some of these individuals might even possibly be going through their Saturn returns. These individuals could be in their mid to late 20s. Some of them could be in their 50s. We also go through Saturn returns in our 80s. But I've never actually heard of individuals not learning the lessons from their first two Saturn returns. Because the thing is, if you don't really learn the lessons that you're meant to learn from the Saturn return in your 20s and 50s, you're probably not going to make it to your 80s, okay? I thankfully learned all the lessons from my first Saturn return, though it took a little bit of time. It kind of echoed into the years following that Saturn return because I didn't actually know what I was dealing with. But looking back now, it's crazy what I went through during my Saturn return. It was wild. And again, I had no idea what a Saturn return even was at the time. So I feel like this is the energy you're dealing with. Some of these people might not even know that they're going through a Saturn return. They might not be spiritually awoken yet. What do we have at the third eye? Emperor, Aries energy at the third eye. And here you are, Sag, sitting on your throne underneath this sun-like energy that I'm feeling enveloping you right now. This is a very solid, structured energy that I'm picking up from you, Sag. This is what you're building for the future. This is your destiny. This is your rite of passage. This is what the divine always had planned for you. Somewhere along the way, you were detoured because you had to learn these lessons inside that dense darkness that is representative of these karmic cycles that you've now closed out in your life. We all go through these. There's no rhyme or reason really to any of it. We're just meant to put through these lessons to remind us of who we really are, to wake you up to the truth of what it is you came here to do, and how truly powerful you really are, and how you're being used as a divine vessel for source energy. You are a deliverer of hope, of illumination, of awakening. What do we have at the crown, please? If there was going to be a card to follow up everything I just said, it would be Judgment. Here you are, being used as a divine vessel. This is your purpose. You took the call. You answered the phone. You understand. And this is this energy of judgment coming through not only in your life, but the lives of the wicked. Pluto, Scorpio energy at the crown of the reading. Before this came out, when I was speaking on the Emperor, I was feeling Scorpio energy here because I'm feeling this transformative energy around you, Sag. Some of you could have Scorpio in your chart. It doesn't matter, though. We all encompass all of these energies in some respects. We all have to go through them and learn the lessons that each one of them brings into our life to become the most calibrated versions of ourselves. This is what this is all about, Sag. Our lives should be a mission to become the absolute best version of ourself. That and that alone is our entire mission. Because once we understand this, we position ourselves in this energy of purpose, which has us working in this space of helping assist the collective. We have to overcome our own shadow, which is everything that's holding us back, in order to align with our destiny, in order to align with our purpose and head towards our destiny. I just heard so clearly, Sag, you need to love yourself, the person you are, and the skin that's wrapped around you. You were inside that particular vessel for a very specific reason. We live in a time where everybody wants to be somebody else. Make no mistake, this is a byproduct of the devil. The devil wants us to forget who we are and what we came here to do. So we're distracted with who we think we should be based off of these environmental influences. Now more than ever, we must stay very focused on our path and aware and how these tactics are used against us to knock us off of our path. What do we have at the foundation, please? 10 of Cups for a lot of you, this is family. It's usually going to be a selection of individuals from all these different areas of your life. They all kind of hold the same energy. It's meant to happen this way to make it seem like there's something wrong with you, like you're the common denominator in all this misery. But what you don't see, Sag, is it's actually the same spirit that's showing up in different vessels. Like I said, these entities from the spiritual plane that are seeping into your waking life in this elusive manner as a means to hoodwink and bamboozle you. This is an energy of sorrow. This can be broken homes or marriages. Just a lot of stress, people that you have misaligned values with. Unfortunately, these energies, Sag, are the enemies that you were always meant to defeat. And you defeat energies like this by self-empowering and charging forward toward your destiny. That's how you defeat these energies. You render them powerless and useless to the underworld. They're essentially cast out for not being able to fulfill their mission. The vessels, these humans, these people in your life, are now placed in a sort of purgatory, facing their judgment and waiting for their karma to be sentenced to them. What do we have at the sacral, please? 7 of Wands, Leo energy, Glaceia labalis. These energies wanted you to feel very discouraged and overwhelmed. They needed you to give up, Sag. Everything was riding on this for them. These are the kinds of energies that would take out loan after loan, IOU after IOU, with the promise that they would deliver you on a silver platter, however that shows up for you. But they failed. I'm picking up on a very frantic and overly emotional kind of energy from these individuals. Some of these people were even messing around with energy manipulation. This 7 of Wands right here does represent black magic. So take it as it makes sense for you in your life. Now, that's an interesting sentence. Taking black magic as it makes sense for you in your life. That line in and of itself doesn't make any sense. Because the idea that anybody would do something like this is completely senseless. But simply put, Sag, I'm just picking up on people here who used every single tactic that they possibly could against you and met failure after failure. And now your extraction from this cycle has sealed their fate. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Ooh, wow. What a card to follow up everything I just said. Knight of Swords, Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. This is an energy of deliberate cruelty. very violent energy, complete disregard for you and what they may be doing to you and how they may be affecting your life. Just completely out of control and frantic, like I was picking up. Nothing's working, so now they're trying anything and everything. I don't feel that there's anything that these energies wouldn't actually do to stop you at this point. Completely lost the plot, obviously, and I feel the focus on what it is they were actually setting out to do to begin with. I just saw an energy in my mind's eye, a person, stop and say to themselves, what am I doing? I don't even know who I am anymore. It's an energy of possession, Sag. Like I was saying, these energies are essentially being used as vessels for these entities, these dark spirits. Just like you're being used as a vessel for the divine, make no mistake, your enemies in the spirit realm are also here in the forms of these family members, these friends, these co-workers, these ex-lovers, whoever it may be to you. What do we have at the heart, please? Cameo, which is the fool in its detriment. Ignorance. This is an energy of resistance. It's also an energy of taking risks without even thinking about the consequences of your actions, which further details what I'm picking up here. It's like here they are with their hands behind their back, wondering if you know what they did, if you know the tactics they used against you. But I feel as time goes on, the divine is going to be illuminating this to you. And then we have Nanuel, spiritual communication, which is the 10 of Wands. Sag, that is your energy. This is an energy of letting go. It's an energy of complete freedom, right underneath the 6 of Swords. So we have 10 of Wands twice on this table, but they're two different polarities. So it's like these energies are in the polar opposite energy that you're in right now. You're in this energy of freedom on this new timeline, starting this new life cycle. And then they're here in this 10 of Wands energy, which is an energy of stress and exhaustion, overwhelm, feeling overwhelmed with the karma they're being sentenced with. What do we have at the throat, please? 8 of Cups, Pisces energy, EIL. This whole reading is about moving on. God, the pleasure of man's children. Transformation gives consolation in adversity. And this is an energy of abandoning all hope, moving on, withdrawing your energy. The divine showing you that there was actually no love in that jug all along, just a bunch of dust. It was all an illusion. Just another way on speaking about the truth that the divine is going to be illuminating to you over time. What do we have at the third eye? Wow. The Chariot, Michael, who is like God. Perseverance, success in conflict, overcoming adversity. This is an energy of victory. And I was talking about how the divine was using you as a vessel. It's like there's this angelic force, archangels using you as a ship down here inside the matrix to do these divine works. And this is Archangel Michael right here, coming in at the third eye, which is your reality, how you perceive your reality. So it's like here you are being used as a vessel for Archangel Michael inside your reality to obliterate these demons, dragging them to spiritual court, so to speak. What do we have at the crown, please, to close this out for Sag? Whew. Hangman, Nichael. Pisces energy. The only God. Desire for knowledge, protects from liars, evil spells, and bad spirits. This is a energy of letting go, but it's also an energy of you looking at things from this higher vantage point, Sag, through the eyes of the universe over your life, to get a full understanding of what's taking place here. Putting yourself in this position of your higher self and understanding how you're being used as a vessel for the divine inside this life cycle. This is what will allow you to understand how your life is unfolding. By placing yourself inside this unique perspective, it will allow you to understand how your life is unfolding so you can start showing up for yourself, Sag, from this point moving forward. Sag, this is the energy that's available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find all of my contact details in the description below. And thank you for your donation, Sag. Take care.